My name is Kelvin and I'm an exercise specialist with Retrofit. I've got my colleague Chris here to help me today to talk about back pain with golf. So we're going to talk about something that people don't often think about, which is picking the ball up from the hole after you've made the shot. Okay? And this could also mimic other things like picking up clothes from the floor, pieces of paper from the floor, and how some people might do that and then get back pain, and that spirals down into a world of discomfort for them. So typically how people will pick up the ball or any light object from the floor is just standing where Chris is doing and just bending from the back and picking it up. Your back should be able to do that. But if you have a history of back pain and this scares you, let's try and retrofit this movement and see how we can use exercise to help us overcome that. So what Chris is going to do now from this position is we're going to transfer the load from the back over into the bigger muscles around the hip and the hamstring. So what Chris is going to do is actually, instead of picking the ball up from the right hand with the right leg in front, he's going to pick the ball up from the left with the left hand. What you're thinking of this is the left hand is coming across to create a frame here, and the frame on this side is being anchored by the right leg, so that keeps him centered this way. If he were to pick it up from the right hand, it can be done, but as his body turns across here, that doesn't create a stopping here, and that could turn the pelvis this way, making him more unstable. So from this position, what we're going to get Chris to do is he's going to bend his knees slightly, bend the knees, and then from there, bend the back, and then pick it up. So the sequence is important. The first one where he did it was the knees didn't bend that much, so there's lesser weight transferred to the lower body. A lot of strain and stretch is happening from the back. So what we're doing here is getting the knees to bend, letting the legs do some of the work first, hold us up there, and then pick it up from the floor. One thing to take note of here is that the majority of the weight should be on the front leg and to the rear of the front leg. If the weight starts moving forward towards the front, you're going to get some stress over on the knee, and you might end up getting some stress on the back as well. So a cheat way to do this is, if Chris were to set up again, tiptoeing on the back foot, you are actually going to bend your back knee just that little bit more. Right there, bend the knee a little bit more, and then lower it right down, and the weight should be more securely fixed over on the rear of the front foot. So that's one way you can modify a split squat exercise like that to train the back slowly back up to be able to bend down and pick light objects up from the floor. And that should hopefully help with your back pain the next time you're picking the ball up from the cup.